In the third example, atoms exist in neutral states. So for example, when we have oxygen, it is in its neutral state. It is neutral because the number of protons is equal to the number of electrons. They cancel out and then oxygen becomes neutral. Once there's a transfer of electrons, the substance either becomes positively charged or negatively charged. When the transfer is such that the element is given away, as in the example of hydrogen, it becomes positively charged. When the element is taken, as in the case of oxygen, it becomes negatively charged. So elements will either move from neutral to positive charge or from neutral to negative charge. When it moves from neutral to positive charge, that means oxidation has taken place. Neutral to positive charge, that means oxidation has taken place. And how does an element or an atom move from neutral to positive charge? It moves by donating electrons. Okay, that atom will move from a neutral state to a positive charge by giving out electrons. So any substance that will ensure that an atom gives out an electron is an oxidizing agent. Any substance that will ensure that an atom gives out an electron is an oxidizing agent. Now let's see this example. Chlorine reacts with iron chloride. Chlorine reacts with iron 2 chloride to give us iron 3 chloride. Okay, chlorine reacts with iron 2 chloride to give us iron 3 chloride. Now in the iron 2 chloride, this is what we have. Iron had 2 plus over here. Chlorine had 1 minus sign. So they exchanged their valences and then it gave us iron 2 chloride. Now after the chlorine took more electrons from the iron, that means the iron now lost 3 electrons. And then the chlorine still had its minus 1. So we got iron 3 chloride in the end. So in this case, this was what had taken place. Iron only gave out 2 electrons to the chlorine over here. When more chlorine was added, iron was now forced to give out 3 electrons. So in this type of bond, iron has given out 3 electrons. So iron has a state of plus 3. Now in the previous iron 2 chloride, iron had only given out 2 electrons. So this chlorine here has caused iron to give out more electrons. Therefore, chlorine is our oxidizing agent. It is our oxidizing agent because it has taken electrons away from iron. It is our oxidizing agent because it has taken electrons away from iron. So iron had already given out 2 electrons, but the chlorine has forced iron to give out 1 extra. Therefore, iron attained a plus 3 charge.